Guess this will be the episode of, when it's just me here by myself. So my brother, his son, my nephew is graduating. I think Miss J, one of her kids, is graduating. So this is my oldest graduated 2 weeks ago, so from college. So I didn't have to. I went to my nephew's graduation today and hung out with them. But Bone had to entertain. I did not. So I came. I had some things I wanted to talk about, but Nat told me no. Nat said no, 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 no. You cannot talk about that right now. So I'm gonna talk about that probably when Miss J and Bone get back. Today I wanted to talk to you. Feel like it's a church sermon or something, huh? Today, I want to talk to you about. Yo.
Yeah, hate free, suck the proof. Yeah, get money. It's some of that.
Here we go. Turn the music up, I'm drunk.
Hate free, suck the proof.
Yeah, about your friends. No. So we was having this conversation. I was talking with one of the homies, and we were just talking about, especially since all this graduation has been happening. We've been just talking about how our kids, their group of friends, like when my oldest graduated, she she graduated college, so all of her friends are here, is they are here, the ones that went to high school with her. And I was just talking about, like, it's how cool is that all her friends are still together. I'm hoping that they seem like they're a pretty cool tight group. I hope they can keep it like that. I think about my friends now and how we grew up. And as I got older, I learned that every group of friends have the same characters, whether it's male or female. But so if you got a circle of friends, you might not have six of y'all that's like this, but every friend group is different and they got these characters. Every friend group. If you agree, you can comment. But I'm telling you, and the funny thing is, I want to see if y'all can recognize which friend are you. Like which character are you? All right. Character number one of every friend group. Every friend group has the pretty boy or the pretty girl. Every friend group has that friend that always got a girl, always got a dude, for the ladies. Just pretty. So that's going to be pretty / player, okay? Pretty / player. And that player could be hoe, if you call it a hoe you want to, but it's the pretty one. It's the one that's always, it's always about, for us, it was always about them broads, boy, I tell you. And our pretty boy of the group, he had a mean mouthpiece. I ain't gonna say his name, but he had a mean mouthpiece. And it's just every time I think about this cat, he the one who, he like all the attention, or she like all the attention, and they just low in the cut, and they always do something. So either they could dance, because this dude could dance and he did music. So he didn't have to do nothing. He didn't have to do nothing, but he had a mean mouthpiece. Okay, as well. Always, I just couldn't stand that dude because it's always the one that you like is always the one that like him, and you always get got. Damn, couldn't stand that shit, man. I hated that. So number one, pretty boy, pretty girl, player slash hoe. Now I want you to think about your friend group right now. Think about your group and tell me, I know you got a pretty boy or a pretty girl. It's always one. And listen, they may not even really be pretty, but in your group, they the pretty girl. So they may not be pretty, but in your group, they the pretty girl and the pretty boy, so that's person number one. Okay, the pretty girl or the pretty boy. Person number two. It's always a responsible cat. It's always the guy who is the responsible guy. Usually, he may drink, but he might take a sip. He don't really smoke. He just kinds of he's the guy who looks out for everybody. He's the uncle of the bunch, so to speak. Okay, he's the cool head. He's the one that if your boys is arguing, who always, hey man, chill, y'all stop all that. He's the one when you go over somebody else's house and people getting too loud, he be like, hey, y'all calm down. Y'all ain't at home. He's the one when somebody is when you're going into the club or you at a restaurant and the waiter is not good and everybody mumbling and stuff. He's the one who pulls the waiter aside and be like, hey, so this is what we need. Sorry, everybody got an attitude. He's the one that keeps the peace, the responsible one. He ain't loud. He ain't wild. He's just very even keel. She just very even keel. They not party poopers or they not lames or nothing like that. They are the one who watches out for the rest of the group. They're the one who watches out for they keep their eyes open. They're the person at the club who's doing this the whole time. They drinking club soda. They drinking juice or ginger ale. That's the responsible one. Yep. Man, I already know that my homies hear this. I know they like, oh, that's so and so. That's so and so. So easy. Now think about your group and tell me, I know that you got that person. So the first person is the pretty boy, the pretty girl. The second one is the responsible one of the group. Number three, if you got a responsible, you got to have the one that's on the total opposite end of the spectrum. And that's the party boy, the party girl, the one that's always lit, the one that's always doing something, always got the liquor, always smoking, always want to go to the club, always got the connections. They know everybody they know the boosters, they know the security at the club, they know the bartenders. This person is your person who always out and about, talking to everybody, always networking. The party guy, the party girl. You can call them networking, but this is the party cat. This is the person who always got a drink. No, it's not me. That wasn't who I was or who I am in my group. But they just party. This is the person who always overdrinks. Well, you know what? We won't even say they overdrink because I take that back. This is the person who does everything and people try to keep up with them. They don't get the headaches and they don't do the hangovers and all that. They be ready to go, but because they do it all the time. This the person when you go on trips, before you land, they talking about the club that they going to. This the person that while y'all at the restaurants, they talking to the bartenders, finding out what's popping. This is just he's the life of the party. This the cat that's gonna make sure you have a good time. Every friend group has this. Some friend groups that's like 3 people, they might be 2 of them. But every group got this person. I'm trying to tell you, every group got the person. And somebody, I can hear you now. Everybody in my group like that. No, there's always one that goes a little bit further. Just a little bit. They go further than everybody else. Number 1, the pretty boy, the pretty girl. Number 2, Mr. Responsible, Miss Responsible. Taking care. The caregiver. That's them. Number 3, the party. Woo-ha! The party person. The Miss or Miss, Mr. or Miss Lit. Always up. Number 4, every group has that person with just a little bit of crazy. They got that everything ain't just right with them. You know, that every group got that if I said no mayo, I mean no damn mayo. You know what I'm saying? Every person got that. If somebody bump, hey, can you say excuse me? Every person got that. If I open the door for you and you don't say thank you, I opened the door for you. Listen, every person, every group has that person with a little crazy. And if so, this person is / and I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's crazy or / always want to fight, like the tough guy. Not just even the tough guy, but the person who's quick to jump up and what? Who you said what? That nigga. You know, everybody got that person that no matter what, it's on, they down for whatever. Every group got this person. So they either crazy, they always want to fight, or they the street dude. Okay? They straight from street. They the street dude. Always got something cracking. But it's more so, they're more volatile. When I say street dude, the volatile street dude. Okay? So this the person that you always want around, but you don't never want them around. This the person that you be like, damn, when you go somewhere, you glad they with you, but at the same time, you're like, damn, what are they gonna do tonight? You know what I'm saying? Think about that now. Think about your crew. You got that person like, who coming? Oh, wait, he coming? And where we going? What? I don't know if I want to go. You know what I'm talking about. This the person that get that little sip of liquor, and you gotta watch them all night. You gotta be on them. You like, oh shit. You see him smoke, oh god. This person also is / emotional. The same person now, just super emotional because they're very temperamental. So they either, oh man, I love you, or I hate you, or you pissing me off. That's this dude. That's this girl. Every group got them. When they drink, they get emotional. They'll get sad, or they'll get super lovey-dovey, or they get violent. This person, that temperamental person, every group got the crazy, tough, street, emotional person. Yeah. Think about me now. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Tell me if I'm wrong in these comments. Tell me if I'm wrong. I know I ain't wrong. Number one, pretty, the fresh, the fly, always. Swag on 1,000. The pretty boy. Number two, the responsible cat. Got all my business in place. That credit score is 17,000. You know what I'm saying? You got that 800 plus that 800 credit score. Number three, party. Always lit. Mr. Liddy. Always cracking. Find a party no matter where you at. Always up. Always life of the party. That's what we should call it. Mr. Life of the party. Number four, crazy tough street emotional guy. Crazy tough street emotional. Number five is your money guy. He's the guy who got the your whole crew can be successful, but you got the guy who's the money guy, he's the money guy. I don't know if you want to say he's more responsible with his money, but he's the guy who always got something going. He's the guy who always got a hustle. Even so, before, as you was coming up, he was always hustling, trying to sell something. He's the guy he might be the salesperson of the crew. He's in the real estate. His job, his corporate job is in sales. You know, he do corporate sales. He's a street salesperson. This is the Mr. Hustle, but he's the money guy. He always got money, and he always trying to make money. I know our money guy of the group, he's had money since, oh man, but his was made special ways. But I remember even when he sold candy, he was listen. He was a money guy. He was a money guy. We always, as soon as we can get jobs, this cat had a job. Easy money guy. And he would take care of everybody too. He would make sure everybody was good. So if you didn't have ends, if he was there, it wasn't even a thing. He always had money. Always. And money brought around the broads too. So, the money guy would also bring around the broads, and the player would talk to the broads, and, the broads felt safe because the crazy person was around, but at the same time, they knew Mr. Responsible was going to take care of Mr. Crazy. Now, while they doing that and having a good time with the party guy, and they all trying to get at the pretty boy, number 6 is Mr. Funny. He's the comedy guy. He's the guy that keeps everybody laughing, keeps everybody in a good mood. He's the guy who, if whatever experience you're having, will make it not so bad because he's there and laughing, joking. He's the guy that's going to talk about you. He's also the guy that when you're feeling, down, this is the guy you call because he's going to bring the smile. He's going to bring the energy. Now, the thing with the funny guy is normally the funny guy is the least attractive dude in the group, unless it's the street nigga. Because a lot of the street niggas is it's bad if another nigga call you ugly. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really judge. It ain't like we be like, oh, that nigga cute. We'll say, oh, that's a pretty nigga. Now we'll say that's a pretty nigga. And we ain't saying no cute shit though. Like girls will say that all the time. She's pretty. She's cute. Nah, we don't say that. You know what we say? Oh, that nigga got bitches. That's our way of saying, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I'm not going to call a man handsome. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. You definitely ain't getting no cute type shit, right? Nah. I'm gonna say, oh, that nigga got bitches. That's what I would say. Oh my god, that's so funny. But am I wrong? I'm dead ass straight. I'm right on that. So, am I wrong? Think about that. So think about your group, yo, and think about how everybody take care of everybody in the group. Now, do you know which person you are inside the group? So for years, I tell you, I was the uh I was the fat funny guy. I was the fat funny guy. And it's funny now because I didn't really realize these roles until I got older. So the older I got, I started to recognize like, oh shit, everybody has these groups. And what happened is when you start to connect with other groups, those characters they link up. So you'll have the funny person hook up with the funny person, the pretty person normally hooked up with the pretty person, the crazies hook up, the money folks, if they go to their like characters. I'm telling y'all, think about this. Think about your groups and think about this. Now, sometimes what will happen, and they would switch. So there are certain characters that were attracted to certain characters. Like sometimes the pretty girl would be attracted to the thug or the street nigga or the money nigga. Yes, think about this. The pretty girl would go with the street, the crazy nigga, or the money nigga. Mm-hmm. She either wanted to be taken care of, or she wanted to feel protected. So it was one of them. Mm-hmm. But she would kind of she liked being around the funny nigga. Come on, man. Come on. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And what would happen is the funny nigga would like her, but he knew she liked the street nigga or the money nigga. So he had to step back and just chill and settle for that friendship. Mm-hmm. Until the money nigga or the street nigga do her wrong, she come running to the funny nigga. And then the funny nigga asks the crazy nigga or the money nigga if he can hit. Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, I ain't telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. This is how this shit be happening. This just ain't happening in my group. This doesn't happen in all groups because that's normally how it go. Y'all know I'm right. Ain't I right, Nat? I know I'm right. Because that's how it happened. That's how it go. And it's cool. I mean, I guess. I remember usually the funny nigga can be emotional too, but his emotion will probably come most of the time it comes out in anger as opposed to like sadness. Because the funny nigga was normally not attractive, right? The funny nigga would just the way he would get in is by making her laugh. Like we actually had to work for ass. See, the pretty nigga didn't have to work. Normally the street nigga didn't have to work because they was attracted to that. The money nigga don't have to work. Come on, man. Think about this shit, yo. The responsible nigga really didn't have to work. The party guy, because he was just fucking everybody. So he didn't have to work either. The only one that had to work is the funny, Mr. Funny Man. Y'all, think about that. Think about it. I'm telling you, the funny nigga had to do all the work. Even when we talking about just having, if you're in a group, the funny nigga would keep them around. But they would want the pretty boy. The pretty boy would have a mouthpiece, but the funny nigga made the environment, real cool. The money nigga was taking care of everything. The street nigga was watching everything. The responsible nigga is watching everybody. Come on, man. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. All you gotta do is think about it. If you don't know which one you are, if you don't know, you probably the ugly, funny nigga. You probably the ugly, funny nigga or the responsible one. Because those on the totem pole, those guys are at the bottom. The responsible one, they always feel like is lame. You know, they call him square. The responsible one, he always gets called square. He might even dress either professional. Our guy, he dressed professional all the time. He was fresh, but he wasn't like super. He wasn't swagged out. Not when we were younger. As we got older, he swagged out. But yeah, that's crazy, yo. So they were at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm gonna say no, because it was always a fight between that Mr. Responsible and the ugly funny nigga. It was always a toss up between them two. It can go either way. Yeah, I might have to do this more. This is good therapeutic shit for me too. So I wonder which one. I already said it. I told y'all I was the fat ugly nigga already. Huh? And when I realized it, I had to try to, use it to my advantage. Now that I realized I was the funny nigga, I was trying to move up the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I'm over responsible. Now I'm trying to get over street nigga and party nigga. You know, it's hard to get over pretty nigga and money nigga. Them two always at the top. But I was trying to get over street nigga and party nigga. You know, party nigga, I just say, damn, this nigga is always in this. He always drunk. Dang, make them type of jokes, Nigga, you smell like liquor. You smell like weed. Dang, can't you take a shower, nigga? God, you're not that guy. I wouldn't hate on him. But I was the funny nigga, so I'm going to join his ass out. Yeah. Yeah. And then, see, now it's a little different. And I think I talked about this on one of our other shows. Because, when you ain't the fat boy no more, shit changes. And let me tell you something. It takes a long time to adjust. I mean, I was thinking about even the way I stand and walk. Sometimes, like, if I see a video, somebody recorded, I still sometimes walk like my stomach is out here and my back. I don't want to say it's a waddle, but and I walk and I see a mirror and I have to straighten up my posture. Shit's crazy. So now I was talking about this to my friend. So one of the things that I've had, I'm not saying I'm an ugly nigga because I'm not by any means an ugly nigga, but I was fat. So, but one of the things that I had was, I knew I was funny as I got older. So I would use that, the humor. Then when I lost the weight, so it was the pool that I had, it was like the kiddie pool. I was a fat, funny nigga, I was a fat, funny nigga. So pool I had was a little smaller. Now, of course, I got married for a good chunk of that time. But then when I was divorced, I started dropping this weight, trimming, slimming it up, And what happened is that pool, the small pool, began to grow. It began to grow. And I wasn't just a fat, ugly nigga no more. You know what I'm saying? But look, it took so long to realize. I know it's some insecure shit and some self shit in there too. But it took so long to realize that pool. So people would be talking to me, not really hollering at me, but throwing hints. And my oblivious ass is just, I have no idea. And then sometimes they would just straight up say, damn, what do I have to do? Take the panties off and put them in your hand? Like, what's going on? I mean, taking the panties off and put them in my hand would be amazing. So if you out there, if you out there and you hear this, listen, you take your panties off and put them in my hand. First of all, make sure they're good panties. No putting no regular panties in my hand. Make sure they ain't, stanky either. I don't fuck around with stanky panties. But let me tell you something. What that would do, that's so gangster. I would be like, damn, did she just put some fucking panties? How sexy is that? I just wanted you to know for a long time that I've been watching and throw some panties in my hand. Let me tell you, shit me. I'm trying to tell you, that'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. Anyway, that's what Nat told me too. She said, DJ, don't be going all over the place because you're by yourself. I'm bringing it back, Nat. So that pool got bigger, right? So the Fat Funny niggas pool is a little bigger, but it's still hard to recognize. And it takes so long because you're so used to having or being the Fat Funny guy that it's like, dang, who you talking about? You talking to me? You looking at me? Shit, okay. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that at y'all. It's gonna be a short one because it's just me. I could still go, but I don't even know if it's interesting enough. Nat ain't gave me no type of signals, or she ain't said good job. She ain't said keep talking. She ain't said you doing a fucking horrible. She ain't said, I don't even know if Nat listening.
Yeah, made it free. Sucker proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, get money. It's some of that.
Here we go. Turn the music up.